Awesome. Hey, what's up, guys? This is Sky with Dead Eye Delight. I am graced by the presence of Adam from Cardiac Arrest. What's going
What's
on,
up,
brother?
everyone?
So, if you don't know who Cardiac Arrest is, you're severely missing out on some prime, great old death metal. And I'm going to personally say you need to take a tack hammer, whack yourself 4 or 5 good times in the head, and then go listen to it because you're a
Before I
disgrace to.
come and do it myself.
See, he'll fucking do it. He doesn't care. I'll do it just for
Yeah, I
fun.
don't give a shit. Zero fucks given.
See, you can't mess with us, Gen X. We don't play games. I
Nah,
get.
not at all.
So, buddy, tell me what the band's been up to lately.
Well, I mean, over this last year, I mean, yeah, obviously the new album, The Stench of Eternity, came out on Hell's Headbangers. That's been going really good. It seems to be getting a lot of good attention, and a lot of people, it's been getting a lot of good of attention. We've been playing some, yep, that's the one. Yeah, fucking, and yeah, we've been playing some gigs on and off here and there. We've been kind of busy on that front too. I mean, over throughout this year. Right now, since we're going into winter time, we usually take the winter off and start writing new stuff for future releases, full like another album, which typical cycle for us. But if you know how we are, and people are like, really, you guys just put out another album? What the fuck is that all about? But anyway, but yeah, that's been going on. We had a lot of cool fucking gigs, a lot of great fucking gigs, and yeah, and I don't know if it had anything to do with anything, but yeah, anyone that came out, fucking A, support's always appreciated, and yeah, hopefully we'll definitely be trying to do more within the coming year in 2025.
Yeah, you said you guys were coming to Alabama, right, to play. Is that what I heard? Correct?
Uh, uh, if a promoter's willing to take us out there, then hey, I'm still waiting for that email. As
Hmm.
the saying goes, the check is still in the mail.
I'll have to think about that one too. I can contact us. I think that needs to happen. We haven't had a good death metal show here since Cannibal Corpse and Vital Remains back in 2008,
Wow.
maybe. Yeah, yeah,
I
it's been
know
a
there was
long
like
time.
I know that there's one band I think I remember from Alabama. I know we played with them a few times called Quinta Essentia. I remember them being some really good fucking guys too. And music was good too. Not my thing, but they were really good at what they did. I mean, it was like kind of like Black Death, like if like, Domination Era Morbid Angel met Dissection. That's kind of what the vibe I got out of it from one of the albums I have.
Yeah, I do remember those guys. I think I saw them a couple of times. Not
I think
exactly
they're
sure
still
though.
around too, if I'm not mistaken. I think they just put out an album like this past year. I don't know if they did it on like they self-released it or what, but all I know is it came out.
I might have to look into that, honestly. I might. That sound that. Yeah. See, I'm just fucking slacking on my job, man.
Ah, yeah, it's like, that happens to the best of us.
So let's go all the way back to technically 1997 is when
97.
is when you started. Tell me Tell me what went down, how many hookers were there, and how much drugs you did.
Well, say much on the drug part because, if I had any drugs around my parents' house, they'd kick my fucking ass.
Same here,
But
man.
I mean, after all, I was only a 15-year-old kid, a freshman in high school at the time. But yeah, it was just like basically how it was, how a lot of people at a young age would be like, okay, I had a really good friend of mine who I'm actually still friends with to this fucking day. He's just not doing anything musically or anything like that. But it was like I played guitar, he played bass. I'd come over to his house, he'd come over to my house, and we'd be like after school and just start, we'd be jamming out tunes from like some of our favorite fucking albums or whatever, and then then there'd be some nights or some days, I should say, we'd be playing, we'd be jamming along to like certain riffs and be like, hey, maybe it's about time we start a fucking band or whatever. We try and start a band. It's like, okay. And then one time after, I remember we had a couple classes. I remember one time, I think it was like after like some sort of social studies class or whatever the fuck it was. I don't know. It
Yeah.
was so many, but I remember he was like, they had us all the way up. I remember they had us like all separated and shit. And then like after class, he's like, "Hey man, how does this sound? Like cardiac arrest?" I'm like, "Hey, it's as good of a name as I could fucking think of." But and but yeah, I mean, I give my buddy Jimmy all the credit in the world, man. It's just like he's the one that thought of that. Granted, okay, there's other bands that went under that moniker too, and hey, that's cool too. But hey, that's kind of what we can take. That's what I can take pride in. He can take pride in, and any of my other bandmates, past or present, can take pride in too. But yeah, that's how it pretty much started. And really, we didn't find any fucking. We've had guys that we tried out for Ed drums and whatever. They just either they didn't get it or didn't fit the bill, so to speak. But yeah, and then we found a guy, but it just didn't fucking work out because guy was just a complete dickhead. But then like some time passed, and then like my buddy Jimmy, he switched from bass to drums. I mean, we played in another band together, and he played drums in that, and then he was just like fucking yeah, there were just a lot of times we ended up putting it on ice for other projects because it just got to the point where it was just like, you know what, where the fuck are we going with this? But then after, a while, we were just like, you know what, we really need to see this through. And then lo and behold, we had a full lineup, and this was by like 2001, and this was like from all guys that we all graduated the same class together. So it was like that was kind of cool. We all knew each other. We all knew what to expect in some way. I mean, but then that went sour after like maybe a year or two, and then yeah, then that got put back on the shelf again. Then I joined another band with our then second guitarist. Then after I we both kind of said, you know what, fuck this ain't what we want to do anymore. And then I'm like, I it's like I realized, I didn't want to be in a band. I didn't want to be one of the another local musician just jumping from band to band going, oh, I need to find my own thing or whatever. I wanted to be in a something that people can look to as like a staple. And hopefully I think after all these years maybe some people do feel that way in that regards. I mean, I'd like to think that. I mean, I know certain people probably do. And I
Well,
know, and some people I know, and some people that are in the band, the guys I have in the band now, it's like, okay, it's been the most busiest they've ever been in a band throughout all these years. And the guys in my band right now have been in the band, oh, some of them almost 20 years. So,
wow. That is a hell of a long time.
yeah, it's, it's a long road.
How do you go that long without trying to kill somebody?
Oh, that's a good question. I mean, there've been a lot of points where we've all wanted to fucking kill each other. I mean, it happens. I mean, I think that happens in any sort of long-term relationship, be it a band, be it, a marriage, a relationship, whether it's a wife, a
Yeah.
girlfriend, whatever. And with any sort of with anything you're trying to take seriously or you're somewhat passionate about, it's just like, yeah, you're gonna have your hardships.
Yeah. And viewer discretion advised, we are not therapists. We are not relationship counselors.
Yeah. Yeah, right.
I,
That I take no credit in whatsoever.
I am not a person to talk to about being a relationship expert in a band. No, 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 no. Um, because I agree with you. Touring will make or break a band. Sometimes it will make
This
or
is
break.
true. I mean, there have been times it's like, heck, even on the first time we went on tour, I mean, there were times, like even on like small weekend road trips, we were like, I was just like, you know what? Fuck these guys. What the fuck? And it's just like, and then I had to step back and be like, you know what? It's all cool overall. It's nothing to be fucking freaked out about. It's just like, yeah, that's just how that fucking works. And then, of course, you're gonna, especially on a long-term fucking tour where you're out on the road for 2 weeks, living in a van pretty much, worried,
Oh,
like living in a van, like maybe get a hotel every once in a while or drive on through the night or living on someone's or sleeping on someone's floor or whatever, living off
yeah,
of gas station food like gas station sandwiches, nachos, pizza, burgers, all the unhealthy fucking shit. And it's just like, yeah, you're gonna come. There's gonna be times where you're gonna be short with people, and it's just all a matter of, just hey, minding people's space. Like, and if you need to intervene in some way, be like, hey, it's cool. It's not worth fucking freaking out about. It's just like you gotta, sometimes there's just a lot of things that are it's just not fucking worth freaking out about that shit. It's like it's not worth ripping any of your longtime buddies' fucking heads off for.
completely agree with that. With me personally, on the road, everybody knew don't mess with me in the morning until I've had my coffee and my nicotine. Do not engage with me. I'm just, I'm not, I'm not a early, well, I am an early bird. I mean, fuck, I get up at 3 o'clock just about every
Yeah, me
morning.
too.
So, I mean, yeah, we are, but I'm sure you're like me. It's like, hey, coffee or go away. That's all I need from you right now.
Yeah, it's like as long as I'm able to wake up, have like, get at least a little bit of something as far as food and take my medicine, which I gotta take twice a day. Then okay, I'm good to go. And maybe a little bit of caffeine, and then I'm good to go for a while. So if I don't eat for a long while, I'm just like, okay, where's my fucking food? God damn it!
Oh, dude, just thinking about eating all that greasy crap gas station bullshit. Oh God,
Yeah,
I can't.
it's like, I mean, honestly, I can compare like both. It's definitely different as far as like touring in America versus touring in Europe in that regards, because like, yeah, you're pretty much for yourself over here almost in that regards. When you get to like the venue in Europe and shit, there's a lot of venues that will cater to that shit. And it'll
Oh
just be
yeah,
like you walk in, they'll have like a backstage room for you, maybe even have some fucking bunks. And over there, and they'll have like a deli spread ready for you, and like with like beer, pop, water, etc. And they'll be like, "Oh yeah, here's a deli spread for you guys. Dinner will be in a couple of hours." And it's like a good, nice homemade fucking meal, not like it came from McDonald's down the street.
man. See, we need to do that more in America. We need to treat our bands like they need
Agreed.
to be treated.
Granted, there's some fests we've played, some of the larger fests that do catering for the bands and shit. You're like, okay, here's some meal tickets. If you need any more, just talk to me and I'll get you settled on that. I mean, there's some that do that.
Yeah, yeah. They,
Which
I've
that's fucking awesome when promoters do that kind of shit.
much agreed. Much agreed. I definitely agree with that. So tell me what was your first exposure to death metal? What band got you hooked?
Ooh. Probably my first exposure to death metal. I think I was like maybe 14 years old at the time. I remember buying Morbid Angel's Covenant. And I just remember hearing fucking like the opening and Rapture and then just hearing that beat kick in and I'm just like, whoa, this is and then I just knew it was like, okay, I want to know more about this. I mean, at the time, I was more like I was starting to already get into heavier shit like Slayer, Sepultura. I mean, a lot whatever stuff that was like kind of around at the time because I was also like mostly into like the more commercial mainstream shit. Like, well, then again, Slayer is considered, mainstream, but still it was a lot more heavier than I expected, than I was more used to when I was like a junior high kid. But so it was like then like I had because like there was a drummer I was hanging out with. He ended up being the first drummer I ever jammed with. He had an older brother that hooked him up with all this fucking kick-ass death metal shit from that was going on at the time. And like yeah, I remember him telling me about Morbid Angel, and I'm like, oh, I'm gonna check this out. That name sounds really fucking badass.
Good old Morbid Angel.
And then yeah, back when they were fucking awesome.
Yeah, yeah.
Back when they were invincible.
I think those days are probably done.
Yeah, sadly, I agree. It's like I have the latest album and the last one they did. And while I mean it's good, but it's not like it's is it Altars of Madness? Is it Covenant or Blessed Are the Sick Greats? No.
No.
It's like, or not even Formulas Fatal to the Flesh, which that one is just like, yeah, I can't believe now. It's like I remember buying that the day it came out, and I remember enjoying the shit out of it back then, and I just can't believe it's like, man, it's literally it's got to be almost like 25 plus years old. And I'm like, wow, it's been that fucking long.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, dude, it's crazy being
So many
uh
albums that I look up to and that I get influence from. I'm like, I remember buying that like back in that time, and I'm just like, it's that fucking old now, man.
dude, it being I mean,
Getting
we're the same age and it's mind-blowing sometimes when you think about it
yeah,
like,
you don't think about how much time goes by in some of this shit, and it just sometimes it just feels like yesterday.
oh man. The first death metal album, I was in gym class and this guy named Brian, I don't even know where the hell he's at. I think he got hard into like psychedelics, just disappeared.
Oh,
But
okay.
but he came in the gym and he was like, "Hey man, do you like metal?" And I was like, I was kind of like you. I'd listened to like some of the metal, like I heard Slayer and I loved Slayer, and I was like, Slayer's probably as heavy as it ever gets. He's like, no. He's like, check this out. Cannibal Corpses, Tombs of the Mutilated. I hope, oh God, I said that right. Please tell me I said that right, or else I'm having a geriatric moment.
Tomb of the Mutilated.
Yes, that's it. And I was
Yep.
like, okay. I saw the artwork, and I was like, I know if I take this home and my mom sees this, it's not going to go well for me. So I had to like, I took the CD out, and at that time, I think the Black Album by Metallica was out, so I like put it in there, and I was like, okay. And I go to listen to it at home, and I put my headphones on, and I was just like, I was like, I need more. It's a drug. I need more of
Oh
this.
yeah, exactly. That's definitely how it was for me when I first heard Cannibal Corpse. It was just like maybe a few months shortly after I got that Morbid Angel, and then first I got Deicide, Once Upon the Cross, and yeah, that was another one where I was just like, okay, and I was living with my dad at the time, and I'm just like, he was definitely like a highly religious type at the time, and I was just like, okay, I know if my dad sees this, he ain't gonna be happy with me. And I'm just like, yeah. but yeah, then I got oddly enough, I went with my mom to go somewhere and my brother, and we went shopping somewhere, and like this one place that we knew, it was like a chain store that happened to sell death metal too. Then again, around the time it was starting to get more widely distributed in the stores, so it was like, okay. But yeah, I just remember seeing like an original copy, like the original Butchered at Birth on CD. I'm like, okay,
Oh
I'm
yeah.
getting it. And but
Oh
yeah,
yeah.
but like my mom, I mean, like my mom was like super supportive. I mean, she still is. I mean, my mom's like, okay, I don't get it. I don't get the whole idea. I don't get why you're into this, but if that's what you're into, I support you on that. It's like, well, that's cool. It's like as long as you're not doing that shit, you're cool. Okay.
I
That's
mean,
pretty much what my mom was like. She was like, I don't approve of it, but if that's what you support, okay.
that's weird, man. Moms are like that. My mom honestly was like that. It was my dad that freaked out more than her. Like, mom was just
Yep.
like, she was like, well, that's some pretty graphic artwork, but she's like, at least you're not running around getting thrown in jail or stuff. And I was like, so that means I can keep this? She was like, yeah, yeah, you can keep it. And I was like, oh, good. But yeah, dude, I understand. For some reason, like I said, mothers are more understanding when it comes to that type of
Yeah, for the
stuff.
most part.
And
Sometimes, most of them, not all, but yeah, there's some that they'll be like, "No, you better. I'm not letting you have this shit in my house."
oh man, well, see, it went from Cannibal Corpse, and then I got introduced to Entombed, and I got hooked on the
Okay.
Swedish death metal scene, hardcore, like
Yeah, it
Grave.
was like my first introduction to like the Swedish death stuff. Like originally, I got Wolverine Blues. I got it in the used section at this mom and pop store. And I remember being thoroughly disappointed by it. I mean, other than like maybe a couple songs, I was disappointed by it. I mean, hearing from other people at the time, they're like, "Oh, dude, Wolverine Blues sucks." And then like sometime later on that following year, I stumbled across Dismember Like an Ever Flowing Stream, and that kicked my fucking ass.
Yep.
And so I'm always gonna be a Dismember guy all the way.
Hell yeah. Hell yeah. So let's
I
talk
mean,
more. Go ahead. No, go ahead, man.
it's still one of my favorite bands to this day. So it's like, yeah, I go and everything. Heck, I even went to go to fucking Maryland to go see them earlier this year. So it was just like, yeah,
I'm jealous,
my
dude. I'm
that was yeah. So that was just okay. That was then again, I can't really complain too much because hey, that was like my third time seeing them, and yeah, yeah, so sue me.
You're an asshole. You're an asshole, Adam. You're an asshole. A
you know,
lovable one, but you're still an asshole.
yeah, I'm an asshole. He's an asshole. Yo,
Asshole.
yo.
Oh, I love that song.
God, that song rules so hard.
That was back when comedy was good before everything just got obliterated by this tidal wave of bullshit. Like,
This tidal wave of just complete pussification.
bro, the nuts have been clipped apparently when it comes to metal. And let me get your thoughts on that because I'm sure you're pretty pissed off like the rest of us in this community.
Yeah, I mean, it's like everything, it's like, oh, you can't say this, you can't do this. It's just like, I'm sure that's definitely not the metal spirit, you know? It
Yeah,
just it's ridiculous, and it's just it gets to the point where even venues are like they threaten venues to have this stuff, and it's just like and the venues end up catering and caving in, and it's just
yeah,
like sure, it's like there and it again, it's just not fucking right. It's just like there's just so much that just angers the shit out of me out of that. It's just not right. I mean, hell, on the Parallel Dimension of Despair album that we did, I mean, hell, I mean, a lot of the shit that we do is all about like darkness, like dark subjects, horror, and all this other stuff that's like woven into that stuff. But this time it was just about we had to get this shit off our chest because it was just like, it's like fuck PC culture and anybody who supports this nonsense. And it's
Yep.
like in the I remember in the lyrics, my bass player David kind of helped co-write it with me. He kind of steered the ship on that with me lyrically. Yeah, because he definitely had a lot of good ideas on that end, which fucking A, awesome on his end. But it's just like, yeah, like one of the lyrics even said, fuck your agenda.
That's the way it should be. That's the way metal shouldn't have an agenda. It
There,
shouldn't.
there shouldn't. There's no politicize. There shouldn't be any politicizing, no activist crap, none of that shit. If you want to have all that stuff, keep that shit at the fucking front door,
Exactly.
but bring it in.
Dude, some of these new bands that I see, there are some good, there are some really great new bands coming out. So,
Absolutely.
but then I've seen other bands where they're like, yeah, we're vegan, this and this and this death metal, and I was like, what the fuck does your veganism have to do with death metal? I,
Or any ism for that matter.
any ism, leave that shit out. Just why can't you be like
Fuck
the
your
rest
ism.
of us? Fuck, there you go. That's why I support Adam in cardiac arrest. That is his campaign slogan. He's running for president. Fuck your ism.
Damn right. I
It
need
just
like all I need is a vice president, and then that'll be my campaign slogan. Fuck your isms.
isms.
2020.
I love it.
Ah. Too
Man.
bad the election already happened. Otherwise,
Hey, shit happens.
I don't feel like wasting my time with politics because I'm not that good of a fucking liar. So
honestly, when it comes to politics, I don't give a shit. It doesn't. I don't.
exactly. Fuck all that shit.
That's actually the one thing I do not ever want to talk about on my channel is politics. I don't care. I
Uh,
don't care.
and that's greatly appreciated. It's like, hey, it's like fine if other people are into that kind of stuff. If that's something they like, if that's like maybe like something that they like look into every so often, that's cool. I mean, hey, there's other people I know that are like that the same way. But it's just like, dude, I'm sorry, there's none of that shit in metal. I mean, yeah, there's bands that do have that like woven into their fucking lyrical concept. And like, okay, look at a band like Napalm Death or whatever. I mean,
Yeah, yeah. But I mean, that's with grindcore. I guess that's to be expected.
or whatever like that.
Yeah, like grindcore, hardcore punk. That's a very political type of thing. So I mean, that's to be expected. But when it
Yeah.
comes to death metal, even black metal, it's like, no, we're not doing that shit. No, no, no. So
And what
I'm not.
cracks me up is when people look at certain things about certain of the one of these bands that they all deemed controversial. Like, it's like they all think, oh yeah, when people claim, oh, this is like a Nazi band or whatever, it's
Oh
like
my
I looked
God,
at some of
dude.
the lyrics and I'm just like, what's so Nazi about it? It looks more like it's like some really dark subject or whatever like that. I don't know. Maybe they read something in an interview that was just like that, maybe, got their panties in a bunch or whatever, but I don't know. I couldn't tell you. I mean, I'm not them. All I know is what I see and what I hear. And it's like, I'm not seeing anything in regards to anything Third Reich or any of that nonsense or trying to bring it back or whatever like that. It's like, I don't hear that. I don't see that. All I
Yeah,
know
exactly.
is it's some dark fucking evil shit. And it's like, and if they are in any way like that, it's like, hey, that's on them. Let them do their
Exactly.
thing in their own time. It's just like it's kind of like Oh, I got a problem with this guy because, of what he puts on his hot dog or whatever. It's just as stupid as that.
Yeah,
I mean,
yeah, it is.
they could be singing about having ketchup on their ice cream, and I could care less. I question their taste, but
Speaking of ice cream, please God tell the story about oh my God, the band was it Marduk you saw getting ice cream?
yes.
Please
Back
God
in
tell that story.
2001. Oh yeah, this was I remember like two things we saw me and like my buddies. I went to go pick them up. We drove to the venue and we parked and then like for starters, we walked over to like the nearest Walgreens, which was like a drugstore, convenience store. We went to go get like, I don't know, maybe a pop or some snacks or whatever. First, we run into Glenn Bent because it was Deicide and Marduk on that tour. And it was like Deicide, and like I remember Glenn with a having an armored case on him, like he had a weapon in his case or whatever. And we see him down the hallway. He sees us. He's like, "Hey, you guys getting some hemorrhoid medicine?" And I'm just like, "Wait, that just really happened? Wow."
It's Glenn. That's all you could
But yeah,
say.
that's Glenn for you, especially during that time period, because he was definitely. I mean, I've heard he's kind of calmed down in his older age, but yeah, it's like he was definitely one grumpy motherfucker. But yeah, then like we're outside in line and we see what looked like. I'm like, hey, wait a minute. I mean, it was definitely them without their makeup on. But yeah, I was like, hey, wait a minute. Because like in between the Walgreens and the venue that we were seeing the show at, it was like there was a Dairy Queen, like
I'm
one of these ones that you can like go to like outside because I mean the weather was nice. I mean, it was only open. It was only like open for like a temporary season thing. I mean, they closed in the winter time. But yeah, it was like, yeah, we see the Marduk guys. I'm like, never thought I'd see this or say this, but just saw the Marduk guys going to get ice cream at Dairy Queen. That's something you don't hear anyone say every day.
that I have to say that's probably my favorite story I've heard. I'm like,
Nothing else. It's just they're getting ice cream. These guys I saw in the pictures with their corpse paint and their bullet belts and looking all tough and evil and shit. It's just like, wow, these guys are just like us. We'd be getting
yeah,
ice cream too.
they got to keep their core cold. That's the hearts have to stay cold and frigid for the music.
Just stay cold and dark and creepy. I don't know. No, that's not black metal at all.
When are you going to start a black metal side project? We're waiting on that one.
Probably never. Well, I don't have anything against black metal. It's just, not really anything I'm that, I mean, I like listening to black metal. I like listening to black metal on occasion, but, it's not exactly, something I'm really willing to go out of my way to do.
Yeah, I agree with you. There are some black metal bands that I like, but most of it I don't get into it as much as some of my other compadres, friends, amigos, whatever the hell you want to call people these days.
Yeah.
I just can't get into it as deep as they do. It's always been death metal because with death metal, it's just something about it, dude. It's for me, it's a liberation. It's a release as
Yeah.
well, and you get around your other bros. You guys, can chug a beer, do some headbanging. Well, I know at our age, headbanging sometimes is a risk. We're end up with whiplash or some shit.
Yeah, I still bang my head even when we play guitar, whenever we play a show, but it's just like, yeah, oddly enough, I mean, I get a stiff neck, but it's nothing too bad. I mean, if I still had hair, that would be one whole nother story because, I'd wake up the next morning and be like, oh, wait, my neck.
Funny enough, I was actually in the kitchen earlier, and I got a little toddler, and Grave came on my phone, and she started headbanging, and I was like, "Oh God." So I started headbanging with her for like 5 minutes, and I stopped, and I was like, "Oh shit!" It's like, "Are you kidding me? My neck!"
Oh yeah, that's
Dude, getting old sucks.
tell me about it. Everything, yeah, big time.
Dude, you gotta like the older you get, next thing you know, you got a dad bod and all this crap. Then they put you on prescriptions for this, prescriptions for that, and I'm just like, no, no, no.
Luckily, I don't have too much of that, but then again, I'm not a dad, so
But no, that's fine. You said you'd watch my kids for a weekend for me. I remember you clearly saying that. They're gonna
I
go
don't know.
hang out with their Uncle Adam. But yeah, I think my wife would kill me. Probably not, actually. Probably not. She trusts metalheads more than most people.
Oh,
So
okay.
I can't. I
Well,
mean, I
I
can't.
care about other people, but you know.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Well, I mean, being metalheads, we're usually most of us are pretty calm, level-headed for the most part. So
Most of the time.
most of the time, unless you get those extremists, and then you're kind of like, I'm gonna take my beer and I'm gonna go over here, away from that.
Like, I'm just gonna go over here and you can just do your thing. Leave me out of it.
Pretty much. So when it comes to the writing and recording of the music, I mean, you are the main guy with cardiac
Yes.
arrest. It is you. So before you get started on an album, do you just kind of come up with like a general idea of where you're wanting to go and so forth?
Well, I mean, overall, as far as the songwriting process with all of us, I mean, we do have a certain dynamic about how we go things. I mean, really, it's just like I usually think of a lot of riffs. I mean, I'm always, I always have a guitar right by me, like next to my couch here, and it's just like I'm always thinking of stuff or trying to think of stuff, or even if I just listen to something, I'm like, okay, I might be inspired by this. But yeah, then there's that, and then like whenever we do write stuff, it's like I always show the guys, and it's like sometimes they might have stuff to add to that, and again, it's one of those things where it's gonna go through the ringer, and it's gonna go, it's we're all gonna have our say with how many like the arrangements and how it should start, how it should end, etc. and etc. Or like I mean, a lot of times as far as lyrical content, I mean, I'm usually the guy since I'm the lead vocalist, I usually tend to, have the ideas as far as what I want to do and what I want the song to be about. So there's that. And then like heck, I remember one time like we ended up not having like a full practice, and we practiced at Tom, my other guitarist's house. And he was home and I was there. I had my guitar and we were just thinking. And then he had like a couple of, I mean, he's the kind of guitarist where he's just like, he does a lot of shit on the fly because I don't know. I don't know if it was like how he feels about, practicing, like getting anything down at home. He's not really one to like, think, premeditate stuff like ahead of time. He just wants like the constant feedback from when he lets us hear something. He's like, "Oh, I just thought of this." And then like, okay, he had like two kick-ass fucking riffs. And like I
Okay.
threw something together. It's like, okay, cool. Looks like we got a song here. And it's gonna be a short,
Nice.
and that's gonna be a short banger. So it's gonna be a nice, swift, forearm punch to the jaw, I think.
All right.
But yeah, we kind of have some. There's definitely, it's definitely kind of one of those things where it's not like we premeditate anything. It's like whenever we go down to the jam spot in the basement, it's not like we have this preconceived idea. It's like, oh yeah, it's this. this next album or this next release, it has to kick the last album's ass. It's like you go in thinking that that's the one thing I've definitely kind of noticed, I've thought about. It's just like you can't think about, whether this is going to be, you have to make this sound as great as it was, or how you can't think about how great might something might be. Otherwise, if you think too hard about it, it's gonna suck.
Yeah, I would agree. I would agree with that. Hence, Morbid Angel's last album. Uh, sorry, dude. Anyway, sorry that album was just a letdown for me.
More like the one previous.
No. Hey, that's blasphemy. We don't talk about that album. No, no, sir. No, no,
Oh
no, no,
yeah,
no. That album doesn't
I'm not
exist.
even saying.
No, it
I'm
doesn't
not even saying
exist.
the title.
Fucking piece of
I
shit.
shan't say the.
Oh my God. I think I cried when I heard it. I think I cried.
I cried when I saw the song titles, and I'm just like, just the song titles alone. I'm just like, wow, they really didn't think this through, did they?
Nah,
It's like,
nah.
wow, I paid 8 years for this shit.
I mean, don't get me wrong. The new album, I think the problem with the new album was the production. There, you couldn't hear certain things, and the production quality wasn't as great. I think if maybe to me, it sounded like the drums were way too out in the front, and everything else was kind of taken aback a bit. It that might just
Have
be
to
me,
listen to it again. I will
but I think
say this, considering that Pete's not in the band anymore and they had that whatever his name is, Scotty Fuller on drums for that album, it was like, okay, considering it isn't Pete Sandoval, he did a damn good job
oh
at,
yeah, yeah.
replicating it. And that's at least I think Trey knew what the hell he was doing with trying to get that, because I know he would have been, I think he would have been very particular with how he would have wanted someone to play the drum parts.
Yeah, yeah. Probably, I mean, yeah. Like I said, it wasn't a bad album by any means. It's just the production
Oh,
came off kind of
it's a B
wonky.
minus record at best.
Yeah, yeah. I'll say we'll go with B minus. That's a safe one. It's not
Yeah.
something I'm gonna turn it down. I will listen to it every now and then, but it's kind of like that with all bands. Like especially with your discography. Like I said, I love all your albums, but we all know which one's my favorite.
Oh yeah.
So y'all can see this because green screen's a bitch.
Oh yeah. Green screen. Yeah.
Fuck it. And Death Shall Set You Free. That's the album I'm talking about. Adam knows this is one of my absolute favorite albums. It's it's got some doomy elements to it. I like it. Actually, I fucking love it. It doesn't really leave my CD player now in the car. So,
Oh, good to hear.
tell me a little bit about that album, man, because it does stand out from your other recordings. Like I said, there's a little more doomy elements in it. So I was kind of wondering where you were at in that process.
Well, there was a lot of things going on, like between leading up to and Death Shall Set You Free. We had Vortex of Violence. Vortex of Violence, there was definitely a huge transition going on, because like Jim, our then drummer, our previous drummer after that, like after the recording of that, well, he left, and it was just because, well, basically it just got, there was just a lot of shit going on, and he decided he moved out of state for, a whole bunch of different reasons. A lot of shit was going on with him, so he couldn't commit to the band. So we got, so like Nick came around. We I knew of Nick. The other guys really didn't, because I mean, I know like one of his previous bands opened up for us a few years prior to that, and what happened with that? We tried him out, and like he was willing to learn the songs. and everything. And what we wanted to do was like, okay, since we were kind of testing the waters, we played some shows with them. We kind of put them through like somewhat of a hazing period because, I mean, it's just
It's
like, okay,
it's
it's
metal.
like, okay, this is what we're gonna do, and it's like, let's see how he can handle this. And then like he started learning the songs and then started playing with us. And he's like, all right, you want this gig or not, man? He's like, I'm down. He's like, cool. I mean, importantly, the important thing for us is like we all get along with each other because I
Yeah.
mean, I don't care how great of a guitarist or bass player, singer, drummer, whatever the fuck you do in a band. It's like if you can't get along with the guys, all the skill in the world ain't gonna mean a fucking thing.
Amen to that. Amen to that. And I think that's
And
why. Go ahead. I'm sorry. Go ahead.
oh yeah, but yeah, that's but then we started writing stuff with him, and we had a few songs. One of the things we did before that, we did a split 7-inch with a band from New York City called Mutant Supremacy. We played with them. It was on that split 7-inch was on Horror Pain Gore Death Records out of Philadelphia. Yes, and yeah, they did a good job with putting that release out. And plus, it was our first time on vinyl in a very long time at that time. And then, like one of those songs ended up being one of those songs, "Unhinged," ended up being on "And Death Shall Set You Free," which was that was one of the first songs we wrote with him. And there were a few other ones, and then we started writing more. And then we just were just like, okay, I think we were kind of starting to get a new like it was still cardiac, but there were definitely some new elements coming in, like some more catchier elements where it was like not that any of the previous stuff wasn't catchy
No,
because
no,
it was definitely very intense, which that's great. But you know what? It's just like, okay, there were definitely certain things that I think we could have maybe improved on those albums, but which I think we capitalized later on. And I
well, I
think
mean,
that was just like, and I think that when we did "And Death Shall Set You Free," I think we did a better job at that. We made sure of that.
it's a kick-ass album, dude. I love it. And like I said,
Man.
it's it. Honestly, uh, my 12-year-old daughter is getting into death metal, and she
Oh
was
damn.
looking. Yeah, I know. Well, you got to raise them right.
Oh yeah,
So,
this is true.
so she was looking through my collection. She's like, "What do you choose?" And I'm like, "Ah, shit." I was like, "I'm gonna go with one of my personal favorites," and I actually handed her "And Death Shall Set You Free." And dude, she's a crack monkey right now with that album. It's hilarious.
Oh man.
Yeah, and my wife is looking at me and she's like, "You made this." I was like, "I know. I'm damn proud too."
You created a monster.
Can't help it, man. I mean, that's what you got to do. Shit.
Hey, hey, you
That's
got
it.
you got to do what you got to do, right?
That's true. That's true. Now tell me a little bit about The Stench of Eternity. Tell me a little bit about that album.
Well, let's see. Like, where do you want to start? Like when we started writing, or
Yeah,
just like
I'm sorry, dude. Sometimes my brain goes,
it's just like after the day that death prevailed, that came out in 2020, that wretched, awful fucking year. And at that time when that album was completely behind us, we recorded that. And we like Nick, our drummer, he does most of the recording anyway. So I mean, we do have somewhat of an advantage on that where he's able to do that kind of stuff. I mean, he went to school for it and he's got like some equipment, got the equipment to do that. But yeah, after that, but getting sidetracked here. But anyway, after
sorry.
that, like the whole world was pretty much shut down at that time due to you know what. But and we had shit lined up as far as shows, and yeah, the whole world was shut down, and we weren't able to do fuck all for anything. No shows, no tours, no nothing. So it was like, well, what are we gonna do? Let's just go back to fucking writing and just take our sweet ass time. And at the time when we started writing, it was like, okay, we had a good movement for about for like at least a year and a half. I mean, yeah, we just all we did was we just took our time with it. No, rushing to do anything, no nothing. At least I feel like we did because it took 4 years for it to come out. But then again, there were a couple of other things that happened. Like, okay, Tom, for example, like his house, like they like got hit by a tornado.
Oh shit.
And that's luckily, I mean, the damage like was fixed. They had a hell of a time dealing with insurance, which, it's not really the insurance, just the adjusters and shit. I mean, I'm sure he could tell you a whole lot more, and it's just like, yeah, it's like again, that's one of those things I don't wish upon anybody.
Yeah.
And then after that, I mean, yeah, because he was displaced for a while. Him and his wife were. They ended up, staying. They were gonna stay at a hotel, but they decided save a little extra cash and just, like because like his parents were still like still around his area, like in the city of Chicago. So they stayed there for a while. But yeah, they did that. But like all that happened, repairs, rebuilds, etc. I mean, and all they overcame. We went back, and then like okay, then like a year later, I think it was like 20. Then I remember I was talking to Hell's Headbangers. I wanted to see where else we could go as far as label wise, just get some feelers out there with other labels. A lot of them said no, and then I figured, hey, you know what? I'll see what Hell's has to offer or whatever. And then like few days after it came by, and I heard back from the Horville brothers, mainly Chase. I mean, everyone knows who fucking J Dog is by
Oh
now,
yeah.
but
Oh yeah. Oh
I
yeah.
mean, of course, I mean, I've
Brah
talked to
brah.
him, but yeah, brah,
The
brah.
brah brah.
But anyway, but yeah, like, yeah, Chase messaged me back, threw an offer my way, and I figure I'd send it to the guys. I'm like, hey, I texted them. I'm like, hey, guess what? Chase from Hell's Headbangers just messaged me about an offer for the next album. They're like, and then we decided, okay, let's do that. It looks really good. It looked really good. And we were just like, hey, this can only be, something better for us. I mean, not that there was anything against Memento Mori. I love Raul and Memento Mori to death. Great fucking independent underground label. And I like what he was all about. Flies the fucking flag of death metal high and proud. And that then that's great. And he was another guy that put his money where his mouth is as far and what he says he's going to do and what's in the contract, he'll do. And that's exactly how fucking Hell's Headbangers works too. And it's like then again, I can't say it was like an actual contract. It was like really their word is their bond. That's how they've
Yeah.
always, for the most part, worked. And so far, it's been fucking great with them guys.
That's awesome. That's all.
It's but yeah, when they offered it, like Tom also was like talking to him as well. He's like, "How about we do this as well?" It's like we offered like the possibility of doing our second album, Cadaverous Presence, on vinyl because it's never been on vinyl, and they said, "Absolutely, we'll fucking do that too."
nice.
So
Nice.
that happened well, and yeah, and everything. So both are out, and yeah, then like we played Maryland Death Fest that following year, and oh yeah, not to mention Nick, our drummer, he became a dad for the first time. So he's a first time dad that year. And after that, we played Maryland Death Fest. We played with Autopsy in Chicago, and then
Nice.
just finished up everything with the new album, and then played a few shows after that, and then like sent everything off to Hell's Headbangers. Had to work around there. Have to got to work around their schedule because they were a little bit backed up on their schedule. And it's like, okay, we can get this out like spring 2024, and then now here we are.
Fucking beast of an album too, in my opinion.
I'd like to think it is. I mean, we slaved long and hard on that one. I think, at least I feel like we did.
You did, man. It was worth the wait. It was worth the
I
wait.
appreciate it.
I gotta stop kissing your ass at some point and being a fanboy.
You're gonna need
Yeah,
Blistex after this, man. Shit.
probably so. Can't help it, man. Can't help it. But and Hell's Headbangers, I've the guys that are signed to them that I know have nothing but great things to say about them.
I've
Um,
heard nothing. Yeah, everyone I know that's ever been on that's on Hell's Headbangers that we know, it's like everyone has said great things, you know.
yeah, they call was it buddy of mine said they do what they call a handshake agreement because they don't want to
Yeah.
do anything too formal. They just want to be like, here's what we're gonna do for you, and that's the way it is.
Yep.
And with my or with I guess I call it mine for more in productions that I co-run with my buddies, we're the same way when it comes to our artists. It's just like this is what we're gonna do. We don't like doing contracts. We don't like saying you got to do this many albums. That no, fuck that shit. If you like what
Or
we've done
anything
for
where it's like, oh, you have to be out on the road like at
no,
least
no,
6 months out of the year.
no, we didn't no. And to me that's just not with the modern day economy and everything that's fucked up, there's no point doing that shit. We just want your
Exactly.
music. We want your music to get heard. We want you to get the praise you deserve. And that's it. We just want you to get exposure, and yeah, we're a small label and I'm okay with that. I'm not looking
Yeah,
to
yeah.
sign, you start off small, kind of like Hell's Headbangers. They started off small and next thing you know, they've
Oh
got
yeah, I
this.
mean, hell, they were running it. There was like three brothers running it out of their parents' house at the time,
Yeah,
and look
yeah,
now they
yeah,
have they have like a whole fucking warehouse now.
yeah, yeah. Dude, I do like to watch Justin's videos he does sometimes, some of the questions he answers.
Yeah, some of them are just some of them like. Well, I try and avoid, even though I comment a lot in there, and it's like I try to. I'm not one of the ones that that have the stupid things to say or anything. Or at least I try not to come off as that. And I think he knows that too because hey, I've met him in person. He knows who I am and everything, and it's just like and. And we've talked and everything. He's like, I know you comment and everything, but it's like, yeah, you got nothing to worry about. You're not one of the ones I get pissed off at. And
No, no, no. He when I
he
met him,
didn't
he was
say bra bra too.
I was gonna say when I met him, he was just really like his personality on screens to me was a little different. Meeting him in person, he's still got that intensity, but he was just like so much more down to earth and nice. Just I don't know. He was a
Exactly.
really fun guy. And I was like, here, I'll shake your hand. He's like, shake my hand. He's like, what are you, a fucking twinker? He's like, give me a hug. I was like, fuck, okay, sure, no problem, dude. I think it was because I was wearing a fucking mortician shirt. I think that had something to do with it. So, he's a huge
Ah,
mortician
okay.
fan. So we all know he
Oh
loves the
yeah,
Tish. But
he's down with the Tish.
I know a lot of people are. I do like some of their
Hey,
stuff
I like
too.
Mortician too.
Yeah, I mean, you can't go wrong. I wish they would put out more material. Maybe
I
play
wish they
some
would put out
shows.
a new album.
Fuck, dude, I don't know what
I mean, it's
I'd
only
like.
been what 20 plus years.
Well, honestly, I'd love to interview them at some point, but they're very private, is how some bands just keep to themselves.
Overall, I mean, I could tell like they are overall they're very private. I mean, I don't think, yeah, Will doesn't really do very much. I mean, Roger will do like an occasional one here and there, but it's very select with what
Yeah.
he does.
Yeah, and that's understandable. Some bands are like that. And there's a couple artists I've run into trying to talk to you about this channel. They've been like, that's not our thing, but we appreciate it. And I'm like, that's cool, understandable. Not everybody I get to talk to is open and willing to like fucking shoot the shit with me for an hour or more or longer, however the fuck long I do things.
Yeah,
But
right.
that's just the way it is sometimes. Um, Not everybody's got a personality like you where you're just like, fuck, dude, I feel like I'm sitting at a bar having a beer with you, reminiscing about
All
shit
right,
from high school
hanging
to,
out at or whatever, you know.
yeah. But, dude, I'm telling people to keep listening to cardiac arrest. I'm telling people that, especially these younger people. I've got some younger guys that I work with that are like getting into death metal, and I'm like, check cardiac arrest out, check morbid angel. I'm like, do some Cannibal Corpse. And they'll be like, what about 6 Feet Under? I said Cannibal Corpse, bitch.
Yeah. Okay,
I
maybe
just
the first 6 Feet Under album. That's
maybe
it.
that yeah, that's it. Other than that, don't fuck with me. You're playing with my emotions now.
Yeah. If it's Warpath, yeah, you're dead to me.
Yeah. Oh, poor Chris Barnes. Oh God.
Oh, how the mighty have fallen.
Dude, I I can't say much about that because yeah, I'm gonna leave it at that.
Yeah, I mean, heck, I was just listening to The Bleeding earlier today, and hey, that was a great album.
Yeah, it is. It is. It was a good album, but I Corpse Grinder just hopped in and he made it his baby. He took
He
over,
knocked it out of the park. Home run.
and that's just dude, meeting him was great. Uh I know at some point I'm gonna fucking come to one of your shows and meet you and give you shit because that's what I do probably. I'll
Hey,
try.
bring it. As Razor Ramon once said it in one of his old promos, "Hey yo, Chico, don't sing, bring it."
Oh fuck, dude. That was back when wrestling was good.
Back when
Oh my
wrestling,
dude, Razor Ramon. God, who else do we have back in those days? Oh, I can't. That's been so long. Uh,
definitely Shawn Michaels, Bret Hart,
Bret
Undertaker.
Hart, yeah. Oh, dude, is the Undertaker even still wrestling?
No, he's retired.
I was about to say shit. I think he'd retired. I know Stone Cold
Yeah,
retired.
Stone Cold's not doing it. Triple H no more either.
Oh no, he's a business guy now. He owns part of
Yeah,
the company, so
he's in charge of that whole thing now. So he's got
and
the keys to the king.
I don't watch that much wrestling anymore, man. It doesn't have the same
I'm kind
feel.
of drifting off now, but it's like, I mean, yeah, I haven't watched WWE in a long time. I've been watching AEW, and now I'm just kind of like, okay, this was cool, but I'll just watch it here and there because I mean, hey, I want to support the other products too, like that, but it's just like, they could be doing so much better.
We'll start our own wrestling federation. There you go, Death Metal Wrestling. We'll do that.
Hey,
Hey, there you
that
go.
sounds like a good idea. I can get behind that.
We'll fucking put bands against bands. Well, there we go. We'll watch them fight to the death. So, which band are you going to fight first? I got to know this one.
Ooh, what band? Oh, I don't know. That's a good question.
Come on, you got to think about it.
Ooh, it's a long, hard one. It's like a band I'd want to fight. Oh, the only bands I'd want to fight are one of these twink core bands.
Love that saying.
I know it's so
It's to a T. It's to a T how it describes them, and I'm like,
time.
whoa. I mean, I'm like, you guys are ridiculous. Now, I'm not a big fan of deathcore. Never have been a huge fan of it. The only deathcore band I would say that I like is my buddy Barry's Go to Mentis, but they started that shit way back in the day before it became what it is now. I don't know if you're familiar with Go to Mentis. Check them out.
Just I can't say I am.
Definitely check their stuff out. Really fucking good. It's deathcore, but it's like done in the way that it should have stayed deathcore. You know,
Ah,
with the,
okay.
it not turned into like all this guys wearing girl jeans and fucking so many gauges in their ears and shit hanging off like it's fucking decremental jewelry,
It's
tight
like,
t-shirts and all
am I
that. I'm
watching
like,
a human being playing this or a Christmas tree?
most of us at our age, we got like the tattoos and we wear our band shirts. That's it. It's like,
Yeah,
fuck it.
exactly.
Some of us have piercings, some of us don't. I don't fucking
Oh
care.
yeah, I mean,
But you show up in like skinny jeans, I'm gonna whoop your fucking ass. I'm gonna throw you in the pit and just beat the shit out of you and be done with it.
or at least if you're gonna wear something that skinny, you better look like you'll lift weights.
No shit. You better come in there like all pumped like Justin, be like just like walking in there with his fucking I'm like, yep,
Yeah,
okay, yeah.
exactly.
You you can whoop my ass. Okay. Yeah, you can whoop my ass. Or fucking
Just because someone lifts weights or like there's guys that are like jacked to the gourd but really can't fight anyway, but it's just like, I mean, I've always heard that too, so it's like, which is true in a lot of cases.
yeah, yeah, yeah. The one person that I was intimidated that I actually I listened to his music. The one musician that I say met, but it was online on his show was Vincent Crowley from Asheville.
Oh yeah.
Um, I was intimidated as shit when he was like, "Hey, I'm doing this, what gets my goat show," where he brings like YouTubers on there, and I was just like, "Okay." I was like, kind of quivering. I was like, "Oh fuck!" I was like, "This guy's gonna eat me alive or something." Wrong, 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 dude.
He
So
would.
just he was so fucking hilarious. I mean, we still talk, here and there every now and then, but complete polar opposite of what I thought. Just like, have you heard the band Mordant Red?
Oh yeah, like I actually met Revik at when in Texas actually. He fucking rules, man.
He is, dude. I did an episode with him, and me and him do talk. Oh fuck, dude. I about damn near die from laughing with him so much. He is a
Yeah,
character.
he's a good dude, man.
He's fucking hilarious. I love his channel a lot. Um,
Yeah, me
he,
too. That's definitely one channel I keep coming back to.
oh, dude, yeah. Especially like he brings up these like obscure underground bands you've never
Yup.
heard of, and I'm like, fuck, I gotta go check this out now. But but yeah, he's like a satanic wrestler from like the golden era of wrestling is what it reminds me of. His like intensity and how he comes off.
Yeah, he has that intensity about him, which is awesome. It's like, plus, like seeing some of the live footage that they've been putting out lately when they on those shows that they've been doing. It's like, man, I'm like, it's like, man, I hope these guys come near my area one day because, like, I'll be there.
Oh yeah, yeah. I missed them. I
Return the favor since he came out when we played Houston back in the summertime. So it was like, yeah, I got to return the favor. He's like, he found out we were going to be playing. He's like, dude, I'll fucking be there, man.
he's a good guy, man. He's a good guy.
He is, man. He's a real dude.
He's funny as shit. And then after we're done recording, talking, shooting the shit, he's even funnier. It's fucking hilarious. But it just is what it is with most of these guys. Like I'm going to do a shameless plug-in of the two artists I represent. Please don't hate me for this.
Ah,
Uh, uh,
publicity is publicity for these people.
that's
Any
right.
publicity, good publicity.
I'm sure Gigi Allen would probably agree with that at some point in his life if he was still alive.
If he was still alive, maybe. Then again, he wouldn't give a shit anyway.
Never had, never will.
Yeah, which, in a way, you can appreciate that about Gigi. You could appreciate that in some ways because he was never about, being trying to be, fortune or fame or anything like that. It's like, yeah, I mean, dude, every time he went out, it's like, yeah, he half the time he'd be either A in the hospital or B in jail, and whatever they got paid would be ended up being his bail money. So it was just like, yeah.
Yeah, I agree. I agree. So two of the bands, Warhammer 666. His name's Lee. He's from Australia. He lives in New Jersey. He actually went to go see Mordred Red when they played in New Jersey. He was at that
Oh,
show.
right on.
Super down to earth guy, Australian as shit. I like to give him a hard time and call him Bluey because of that damn Australian cartoon. And usually he'll tell me to go fuck myself.
Okay.
And then Kai is a one man Hawaiian death metal project. Paul's the guy
Yeah,
behind
I've
that.
heard I've heard of him because yeah, I know he's on YouTube. I think I might
That
have had like brief conversations in some chats like on like YouTube or whatever.
that guy is we talk religiously. He is like a older brother to me. He is a very awesome guy, and it has the most fucked up stories from his days in the army and shit, and then his days playing shows. So he'll always get you to laugh, especially when him and Trevor do their live streams every. I think it's like every other week they do it. It
Oh, okay.
Yeah, they do like they do a live stream where they'll play music, talk about bands. They give away stuff just about every time. Paul will sign some stuff or something like that, and they give it away. So it's really like I said, it's an intermesh community. Because Trevor is the co-owner of Fomorian Productions. I'm also in a band with Trevor, Sludgula, which we're getting ready to start finally putting our damn feet to the ground and making some good old fashioned sludge metal. So
Oh, right on.
it's all interconnected, because you got bands like there may be a point I'm like, hey, do you mind handing this flyer out? And you probably be like, fuck you, Deadite, and throw it back at me or some shit. And I'll be like, I tried. I'm still gonna listen to your shit, but I tried. Well, all right, man, dude, this has been a fucking pleasure, bro. This has been a
Fuck yeah,
pleasure.
man.
Is there anything you want to say to the audience?
Oh, hey, anyone that's checking this out, thanks for tuning in. And yeah, if you haven't gotten the Stench of Eternity yet, get it. Get it from us. Get it on Hell's Headbangers. It's on all formats: CD, vinyl, cassette. It's also on those forbidden digital download pages. But hey, I'm gonna, you know what? Fuck all that shit. I'm gonna fucking stick to the physical media because I'm a physical media guy. I recommend you do that because that's the shit that really helps get puts money in our pockets, the label's pockets, whichever one of our pockets. That's the true support. And whatever you do, just buy those. And yeah, there's a lot more coming up in the coming year. We got a couple releases that we're going to be working on, like a couple of splits, and we'll have some more shows that we'll be working on. Hopefully something we can announce sooner rather than later, but nothing's official just yet. But we will have some of that. And plus, second half of the year, our fourth album, Vortex of Violence, will be seeing a reissue and the first time on vinyl. And that will also be on Hell's Headbangers, but that's going to be much later in 2025. So keep your eyes peeled out for that. Other than that, rot for fucking ever.
Once again, this is Adam from Cardiac Arrest. Please go check out their band. If you fucking haven't, you're dead to me. I'm sorry, you're dead to me. I'm Sky with Dead at
You need to be
Delight.
smelling around silly if you haven't. Until you
Uh,
listen to us, when the smacking will stop.
Damn, that's kind of kinky. I think you got my nipples hard on that one, bro. I'm kidding.
Ah.
uh, be sure to check out Cardiac Arrest. Please check out Warhammer 666, Kai, Go to Mentis, Mordant fucking Red, because, hey, you got to check them out too. Drucifer, he's got too many fucking bands to list off. Iron Casket, something else. Fuck, I don't know. But yeah,
Yeah.
thank you so much. Appreciate it. Remember, everybody, if it's not fucking metal, it's not fucking for you. Yeah.